Hey, welcome guys, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up your FPS kit. Now, I just drug this FPS controller into the scene and did our little setup right here for a controller, whatever you're using. I have my own, which if you've been following my videos, you know it's just a modified Unity version. Now, this weapon script right here, the test weapon, you don't have to fill a lot of this stuff out. This build thing is a prototype type functions. All you really have to do is first, before and foremost, make sure you have your main camera, the one that goes up, down, and all that stuff. Take and make yourself a depth only, whatever that word is, only camera. And then turn off all the layers except the one that you want your guns to be on. I called it gun view, and you can make a new layer and name it whatever you want. I just have it that way so that it will only render the weapon on the depth camera, and the main camera will do everything else. This is to avoid clipping and a lot of other really non-functional things. I mean, if you could put your gun through the wall, it kind of looks stupid, so go figure. But that layer you have to assign to your weapon. Now, I'm going to add a new weapon just out of giggles. Let's say you take your animation thing. We'll take our little shotgun. I'll delete all these. No big deal. And you will make yourself a empty game object. Empty game object. Just call this whatever gun you want. Hey, blah blah. And then in our test weapons, we have to assign this into our an array, which yours will start off as 0, which is fine. You will get an error if you start the game without it. Now, you just have to put in 1. You don't have to type it in, though. Okay, just delete it, make sure it's 0. And you will assign the game object in here because that's all it takes is a game object. Okay, now you have your empty game object. So let's put our weapon script. FPS weapon. This is our FPS weapon. Okay, we zero it out, make sure it's all 0 and things. We're going to do a shotgun and all this galargety stuff. Well, let's go into here, and this is just a mesh that I had laying around, which is nothing special. Now we will take this and go and directly put it onto the game object. Bam, just like so. Zero it out, make sure it has this, and I'm just going to do an AK for our controller, which you can just right click and create an animation controller. And what this animation controller will look like is this. New state, fire, draw. That's it. Just like this. And you will put what animation you want for fire here. What animation you want for, what. After you fire, it goes back to this state and then goes back to this one. Okay. So this can be, for instance, I'm going to do a pump action, but it could be a lot of other stuff. Now, each gun you're going to have to make your own animation controller, but it's pretty straightforward. Now, you won't need any of these parameters because we do it from script, which is explained in other videos. So we take our animator, boom. Our weapon go is this. And you can tweak the variables and stuff, but that's pretty easy to do. Now we will take our game object thing that we have, and we have this little view thing. Well, where's our object? Okay, apparently it's being go-galarkety dumb, but we have this game object, this, and then pump, and this. And this is the actual model. So we'll probably want to put it in this. Now, it's different for every one of them, but you just want an empty in the position of the muzzle. So this isn't going to be perfect. It's going to be kind of, quick, but you get the general idea. Now, all we have to do for this is put our muzzle flash script. Muzzle flash script. Bam! Now, wait a minute. No, we don't do that. Scratch that. We have a prefab for that, which I shouldn't have deleted that because that tells me what place to put this in. Copy, 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 copy. And I've already got a prefab set up for this. Muzzle flash. Muzzle. Okay, muzzle flash. Okay. And I will just directly sign it. And this muzzle flash is simple. Oh, well. Okay, I gotta put a script on it. Okay, well that's okay. And we assign our render, our rotational thing, rotator, and an audio clip, which for some reason I have no audio clip thing. Okay. Why do I not have some audio stuff? Audio. ID. Audio. We're just going to do this then. Why can't... Really? That's dumb. Why can't I assign this? Unity, come on. Okay, moving on, since that won't work. Now, you're going to need to go up to your weapon objects, script, weapon maker, will make a weapon asset, okay? And it will focus and you will call it whatever your little heart desires for whatever. Call it a shotgun, call it whatnot. I already have one, so I'm going to use the one I already have because I've already adjusted variables and all that good stuff. Okay, now this is going to be a shotgun, so you put shotgun. Basic recoil. And this is supposed to be the muzzle transform. You don't need this because this isn't used. Your weapon camera, assign your weapon camera. And that is pretty much it for what you need to set up. Now, obviously, this is going to do some stupid... Really? What is it doing? Object out of range reference. 0. And it's supposed to be... Oh! Well, for some weird reason, it does not have this, so... Huh? Oh, I put the actual weapon in. Okay. That's dumb. You gotta put it over the weapon object. Now it'll go. And you have your... Really? Oh, that's something else. Something you guys don't have is this. So, let's try again. And we get another one. What's this time? Oh, now we have our weapon script, and you got to do some adjustments to the variables, which is all in your, wherever your assets are, what you named it. Just adjust the firing rate, the rest, the kickback, all that stuff. And it will do... Oh, that's because I don't have an audio source, so